friends, this is Tarun from Testing Gyan. Till now we have seen that how we can perform various Git commands by using the Git bash CLI to perform various actions. So now what if I told you there is a plugin called eGit in Eclipse which we can use directly to integrate our project with Git without even opening the Git bash. So let us see how we can utilize that plugin.
I got broads in Atlanta, just to me in the family, credit cards and the scammers, getting the licks in the band, legacies.
The operations which we perform using the git command, such as creating the commit of my project, then pushing my changes to a remote repo, pulling my changes from a remote repo to my local repo, even cloning my remote repo to my local system, right? All those operations we can do with the help of a eGit plugin in Eclipse. Okay, so this plugin is very useful when we are working on a project with Eclipse. Okay, so now let us see how we can do the basic operation using this plugin. So in order to start with it, I am first considering the scenario when my project is present locally, that is, this is my working location, okay, and my remote repo is a empty repo. So you can see this is my repo 2 in GitHub, okay, and it's an empty repo as of now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push my local project to the remote repo using the eGit plugin. So in order to do that, first I will right click on the project name, then I will go to the team, and then I will say share project. So this share project is equivalent to the git init command, that is initializing the git in my local system. So I will say use or create repository in parent folder itself, and then create repository. You can create on other locations as well, but I will create my .git in my parent my project location directly. So git, you can see it is initializing the .git repository, that is my local repo. Once I do that, okay, so you can see it has by default allocated the branch name to this working directory as master. So this is my master branch now, my local master branch. Now after this, what I have to do, go to team, and then I will click on commit. Okay, so this command is basically to stage my files and commit my changes. Okay, even you can push your changes from this panel directly. Okay, this section, you can see this is my section where I can do all the git operations. So these are my files which are currently present in my project. So what I can do, I can select all the files and I can say like, so it went from unstaged to staged area, that is this operation is equivalent to the git add command. Okay, and after that I will do the git commit. So in order to do commit, I have to give some commit message. I will say first commit, okay, and then I will say commit. I am not gonna do commit and push. You can do commit and push directly, that is also fine, but first I will show you if I am doing only commit. So this has prepared a commit of my project. Okay, my commit is ready. Now the next operation is I have to push my changes to the remote repo. So in order to do that, again right click on the project team and then push branch master. Okay, so once I do that, I have to provide my remote repo location like URI and all. So in order to do that, what I will do, I will copy my remote repo URI, okay, and then I will paste it here. Okay, so after this I will give my git username and password. So I will give my username testing Gyan and then my password. And then I will click on preview. Once I do that, it will give me what is my destination branch name. So by default the branch name will be master, but if you are having multiple branches in your remote repository, if you are having more than one branches, then you can, what you can do, you can simply remove this name and type on the branch name. It will start finding it. Okay, and it will show you all the suggestions like this is the branch which is available, then you have to select the branch. Okay, so this configure upstream push and pull is like when we did it via git commands, we did push -u. So this is what -u do, it configure the upstream push and pull. Okay, so we are doing the same thing. You can also, for the first commit, you can also check this checkbox which is force, that is whatever the remote repo is holding, you can override that using the force command. Okay, but we are not going to do that because our remote repo is empty as of now. Okay, so after this preview, So you can see my master to master branch commit is ready and I am pushing it, and then I have to again give my username and password. So you can see it is pushing and my changes are pushed to my remote repo. Now if I go to my remote repository and refresh it, so you can see my project, my Eclipse project is now connected to my remote repository. Okay, so I can do all kind of operations which we did via git commands, like I can do the pull command. If I have to take the pull, I will do pull, and again I will give my credentials. Sorry, okay, so you can see it is saying everything up to date. If you want to create a new branch, you can create a new branch as well. So for that, what you have to do, you have to click on switch to and then new branch. Okay, you can give the branch name test branch. Okay, so and this checkout new branch, if you're doing it, is simply the same checkout command which we discussed in git commands. Okay, and this one is creating the branch, that is git branch name. Okay, once I do that, finish, I can create. You can see now I'm switched to test branch. Okay, if I want to switch to some other branch like my master branch, I will do switch to and master branch. So it is that simple. Like you can do all kind of operations which you do via normal git commands on the Eclipse IDE directly. Okay, you can even configure the different pulls. Okay, if for example if you want to take a pull from some other branch, okay, you can even do that, because currently my pull operation is configured with the branch which I did the upstream push and pull configuration. Okay, so if you have to take some pull from some other branch, you can do that as well. Okay, and then you have to specify the branch name like test. Sorry, currently there is only master branch in my remote repository, so I have to give the master branch. Okay, currently there is no other branch apart from the master branch in my remote repository. And then I can say when pulling what kind of operation I want to do. I want to do merge, I want to rebase or something. Okay, you can read about all of these commands. These are easily available on the egit documentation. Okay, I will add the link to this egit plugin documentation where all the commands, how to use them, are mentioned. You can refer to that document. Okay, after that, if I do finish, it will again ask for the password and username. Okay, so it's saying everything up to date. Okay, so this way you can even take a pull from some other branch. So all those kind of operation which you do via git commands, you can do with the Eclipse egit plugin. Now let us see the second scenario, which is when my project is present in my remote repo and I want to take the clone of that project to my local system. So in order to do that, what I will do, I will just create a new workspace first, an empty workspace in my local system. So I will say switch workspace other, and I will say Selenium 2. Let's create a new workspace. So you can see my workspace location is opened in Eclipse. Okay, but currently there is no project in it. So in this case, I'm going to take the clone of my remote project to my local system, that is my local Eclipse. So in order to do that, what I will do, I will click on import, and then I will go to get projects from git. Okay, next. Okay, then I will select on clone URI. Okay, if there is some existing local repository like .git folder which is present, like you can select that, but we are going to take it from remote, so I will do clone URI. So my repo details are already here because I copied them earlier, so I will just give the username and password. And then I will do next. Okay, so you can see it has highlighted the branch. If there are multiple branches, it will show all those branches. Then we have to select the branch. So you can select any location. By default it will be under your user directory git folder. Okay, you can give some other location as well, git 1 or something you can change. After this, click on next, and then again next, and then finish. So this way you can see like I have cloned my remote project to my local egit, to my local Eclipse. Okay, so you can, even in this case, after this you can perform all the basic commands like commit, push, pull, all those commands. Like you have to go to team and then perform those commands. There are a few more cool features in this, like for example you have made some changes to a file, some file. Okay, okay, and you want to undo that change. Okay, so the simpler way will be to replace with like local history or some previous from the local history, or you can do the head revision, like whatever the code present in your remote repo you can replace it with directly. Then after that you can even compare this file with the remote or the local history. Okay, if I do this head revision, so you can see like I can compare two files. Okay, if there are some changes it will highlight those changes. So all those kind of actions you can do. Even there is one more helpful feature, which is synchronize workspace. It also compare your code base with the remote repo code base. Okay, it's asking that I am changing the perspective. So you can see this is my synchronization view. As currently there are no changes in the git project, so it is showing it as empty. So first let me make some change. I will again switch to my Java perspective. Okay, so let's make a change, like I will add one more text box command dot send keys 1 2 3. Okay, this is just for the change. Okay, once I do that, okay, then what I can do, I can again switch to the git perspective from here directly now, or even I can select from here, like right click, team, and synchronize workspace. Okay, so here you can see like as soon as I made the change, that particular file is being indicated here. So you can see it is being compared with my remote repository, this commit 1.8, which is my last commit. Okay, so this way you can compare the files, you can know like what kind of changes you have made. Okay, so this plugin is very useful like when you're working with Eclipse. It has very good advantages which you can utilize, like, and you can visualize your code, how it looks in local code base and how it looks in your remote code base. You can compare them, you can replace them, you can push, pull, all those kind of operations you can do. So this was all about the eGit plugin. I hope you guys are able to understand. I will attach the documentation link of eGit plugin in the video links. In case of any questions, let us know. I will try our best to answer those queries. Thank you.